Do you want to know where some of the best places are for photos at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park? Well, if you do, you're in the right place because we're going to show you some of the best spots to take photos from around the track, and let's jump right into it. Spot number 1, turn 1. All right, we're starting off with, once again, one of the go-to shots that you get during a race weekend, which is, of course, of the start-finish line. And particularly for this track, down at turn 1, for the start of a race, great place to shoot. This is one of the only tracks I've been to where there's no catch fencing down near turn 1, at the exit of turn 1, or entry of turn 1, sorry, coming down into turn 1. It's all open. You have about like a chest-high fence running all the way down. But other than that, super easy for you to shoot over, and it can get some great photos. You can get them coming right under the bridge and right down towards you. It's always a great shot, always one of my best shots to get at this track because you can get all the cars coming straight down towards you, and it shows the excitement of the start of the race and how all the cars are bunched up so close together and how close they can get. Spot number 2, turn 3. This spot is probably my favorite spot of the whole track, and that's turn 3. More particularly, not where most people typically shoot turn 3 from or where most people sit for turn 3. For turn 3, there's grandstands, as you can probably see where I'm pointing here, right at like the entry to turn 3. But if you go a little bit further down, there's usually a gap between the camper vans there. You can get right up against the fence, and if you get low enough, you can capture the CTMP sign in the background as the cars come barreling around the corner. It's probably one of the most iconic shots from the racetrack, and definitely one of the best ones you can get around the whole track. One of my favorites, at least. Spot number 3, turn 5. This spot is about as far away from any of the entrances as you can get at the track, but it's definitely one of the best spots at the track for both spectating and photography. Turn 5, Moss Corner, is brilliant. It's like a double corner really, kind of a triple corner, and you can get so many good shots. You can get head-on shots, you can get panning shots, and you can get shots of the cars going away. I particularly like that, coming out of 5B as they go up over the curbs. It's always a cool shot to get. I really enjoy it. And usually I'll spend like half a day or a full day down at Moss Corner, just trying to get as much as I can, that and turn 4. There is a really steep hill to climb to get there. It is a hard walk. There's a parking lot fairly close, but you will be walking to it. But it's always busy. There's always so many people down there, photographers, spectators. It's great for shooting through people, or if you want to do some people photography as the cars fly by, I find it great to do that too. Moss Corner, just a great corner all the way around. Spot number 4, inside turn 3. Now, inside turn 3, this is a little bit of a different one. This one I haven't been to in a while. Honestly, it's quite a far walk from everything else. As you can see, the nearest bridge is down by turn 4. There is a parking lot down there, but then you have to cross the bridge and walk all the way up, and there's not really a whole lot of photography opportunities around there once you cross the bridge until you get to turn 3. And likewise, to get the other way, you have to walk like past forest and stuff to get to turn 2. So like it's kind of out of the way. There's not really an easy way to get to it while also shooting a whole bunch of other stuff. So I tend to typically skip it, but the times where I have gone there, I've really enjoyed shooting there. And I got one of my favorite shots from my first ever IMSA event there. It's a good spot. It's just hard to get to, kind of out of the way. Spot number 5, outside turn 2. Now, I put outside turn 2 here, but really anywhere from outside of turn 2 by the eating area to the Champions Bridge, it's all decent spots. The exit, or the outside of turn 2, where I got the photo from the headliner for this section from, that was shot down like past the food area. You can shoot and get nice shots of the cars going away from you, coming out and around the corner. It's a really cool spot. They usually bottom out down through there, so you can get interesting movements and stuff. And if they run far enough wide, you can get that green section outlining. I find it's a really nice way to frame the photo. I like the photos from there. I don't get there often enough, really. I feel like I should go there more. And of course, the Champion Bridge, there's some great chances for overhead shots there. You can't get right over the racetrack and shoot, but you can stand on the concrete to the side where like the stairs are, and you can get some decent shots of them passing underneath you. Spot number 6, the S's. Like the inside of turn 3 that I mentioned, the S's are equally as hard to get to and as equally as out of the way. Typically, I don't go there on the weekends. It just takes up a whole lot of time. But I found that when I have gone there, I have enjoyed the photos there. Whether you're inside the S's or outside the S's, it's a pretty good spot. I enjoy it. If you want to spend an afternoon there, I definitely recommend it. It is kind of a far walk from all the other photo locations, though. Plan to spend some time there. I wouldn't try to get there quickly, get some photos, and get out quickly, because it's kind of a walk. It's kind of a hike. Great spot. I haven't shot there in a few years, though, so the photos from there are kind of old, but I enjoyed it while I was there. Spot number 7, start-finish line. Like Turn 1, this is one of the only racetracks where I've been to where you can get a real clear view of the start-finish line, and so up close too. Like, you can shoot it with a 70-200 really easily. Usually I shoot like 70 at the wide end to be able to get the cars all in the photos. It's a great atmosphere. There's no crash fencing in the way or anything, so you can get right to the start-finish line. Capture the cars coming across the line for all the races. That's what I typically do for at least a couple of the races of the weekend, and for the main races, try to get back to the start-finish line to shoot it. It's a great photo to get. There's usually so many people down there, so you can get them coming past the crowds. You can get whatever. It's a great spot, and one of the only racetracks I know where you can get that close to the start-finish line. Spot number 8, Turn 2. I know we already covered the outside of Turn 2 and the Champion Bridge, but I figured I'd also add in the inside of Turn 2. It's a great spot to capture the cars coming past you. It's hard to get shots there because you can't see the cars coming, so you just gotta listen to them and pan at the right time. But I've enjoyed the shots that I've got there. And I'll also loop in kind of the straightaway down to Turn 3. That's also a great spot as well. I find that shade covers there sometimes, so it's hard to get good exposed shots there. That's one of my go-tos as I usually make my way down from Turn 1 at the start of the race down to Turn 3. I always kind of stop in that area to get some shots. It's kind of something I do, and I enjoy it, and I think the photos turn out great. Spot number 9, inside Turn 1. Now, this spot is great to do in the afternoon, as the sun will be behind you, and you'll be shooting, like, not backlit, frontlit, I guess you would call it. You'll always get great shots of the cars here. It is, you kind of gotta walk through the commerce area to get to it, but I enjoy it. Usually I shoot it at the same time as I'm shooting paddock stuff, cars going to and from the grid, and sometimes I'll shoot it while I'm shooting like outside of Turn 1 and the start of the race as well. So usually it's a spot that I stop by. I always really enjoy the photos, particularly MX5 Cup and stuff, where you can get the cars so close together. You can get real close to the action here, and it's a pretty good spot. Not too much walking from all the other ones, and you can catch some action. Spot number 10, podium. This is another one where this is one of the only tracks that I know of that I've been to where I can get this close to the podium with nothing obstructing me. Usually there's a waist-high fence to keep the spectators out from where the teams are. Sometimes you can get inside the fence, sometimes they don't guard it. You can get a little bit closer. But yeah, one of the only tracks that I really know of where you can get that close to the podium, and you can get some great photos of the celebrations, of the drivers getting out of the cars, of just the general going around the podium. Definitely one of the spots to hit up at this track if you don't usually get those kind of shots at your local racetrack. Spot number 11, paddock. Tying into the last one is paddock. Walk around the paddock, get some shots. One of the favorite shots of me to get in the paddock, as it's not like Watkins Glen or stuff where you can catch cars going to tack. I mean, you can, but I haven't really found it as good of opportunities as Watkins Glen for capturing that stuff. But you can get the cars coming up from the lower paddock, because as you have to go from paddock F, you have to actually go out onto the road, and there's a 1 or 2 lane road coming up kind of like through the paddock that all the cars coming from the lower paddock have to drive through. So you can post up. Usually I post up right at the end or right along the grass, and you can get some great shots of the cars coming towards you or past you, depending on where you post up. I think it's a great shot. There's not a whole lot going on in the paddock, unlike other IMSA weekends, but always good to wander around the paddock, see what you can get, see if you can catch some teams working on cars, or see if you can get the cars just kind of wandering around the paddock. Spot number 12, Turn 4. This spot is a spot I usually go to while I'm down at Moss Corner. I usually walk kind of all of them during the same half hour, 45-minute race sections. It's another great spot. Typically, I'll shoot kind of down like inside the curve. You can catch them coming under the pedestrian bridge, which is a cool shot, and the shot that I used as the kind of thumbnail for this section. Or you can go to the bridge, and if you stand kind of like by the chain link before you get on the bridge, before you go up the stairs, you can get great head-on shots of the cars as they come, like they'll pass like 6 feet to your left, like the track's like 6 feet to your left. It's a great spot to shoot from. You can catch them leaving turn 3, you can catch them like panning shots kind of towards you. Great spot, and I'm always happy with how the photos turn out. Explore. And last but not least, explore. These are just some of my favorite locations. There is plenty of other locations around the track. Pretty much the whole track's available to shoot from. There's hardly any crash fencing anywhere, so you'll have some pretty open opportunities wherever you go. I'm sure there's some spots that I missed. I know there's some spots that I missed just because I didn't want to make this video like an hour long. But these are some of my favorites. Typically, I'll bundle them up and I'll do like certain spots on certain days. So usually Saturday I'll spend like around, or Friday I'll spend around the paddock, shooting turn 1, shooting start finish line, shooting the start of the race. Usually I'll do that all in like one afternoon. And then I'll go down and I'll shoot turn 3 for a little bit. And then I'll go down and spend like a whole afternoon or a whole morning at turn 5. Like just kind of, like they're really good. It's really easy to group them together. As long as you like walking, the track is very large. There's lots of walking involved. But I enjoy walking, so that's not a problem for me. And honestly, the whole track's great. So many great photos. This is the first racetrack that I really ever shot at. Still holds a special place in my heart, and I still come away happy with the photos every time I go. So with that, that's going to be it for this one. If you found some spots around the track that you like that I didn't mention here, feel free to drop them in the comments. If this is your first time going to the track, I hope this was able to help you out, finding some good spots to shoot from. I really hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment if you like, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one.